and welcome. I'm super excited to get into this video today because today we are doing a very simple yet powerful jar spell for love, okay? DM my Instagram in the description below if you need your own private tarot reading. Beyond that, we're just gonna get right into it. So yeah, again, this is a honey jar for love, very effective. These are the things you're gonna need. You're gonna need a jar, glass jar. Now I will say I always recommend using exactly what I have in the video, but if you don't have everything that I have here, it is okay to use alternatives. The most important thing is following your intuition. If you have like a, something that can be substituted that still feels like, the same type of energy for you, definitely use that. If you have to, switch out an ingredient or two, that is okay. The most important thing is your energy that you're channeling into all of this stuff anyways. So yep, you're gonna need a jar. You're gonna need honey, of course. If you can get organic honey, the better, but again, if not, it does not matter. You're gonna need some cinnamon. Now I have ground cinnamon. I don't think it's focused. I have ground cinnamon and stick cinnamon. It's focusing on that honey. There we go. I have ground cinnamon and stick cinnamon. Use whatever you have, that is okay. You're gonna need some roses, dried roses. I have petals and buds here. Buds are good for budding love, new love. Petals are good for long lasting, stable love. So I like to use both. Again, any flower that you can get is fine. You can find them on Amazon. You can also find some really good love mixes on Etsy. You just have to look around, look at the reviews and things like that. But they have all sorts of flowers in there that'll be really good for your spell work. But I recommend roses. Roses actually have the highest vibration in terms of plants. So roses are perfect for this. You're gonna need a brown paper bag, sandwich style. You're gonna need a candle. Now, I like to use those 8-inch, they call them church candles. They're just pillar candles. Again, use whatever kind of candle you want, but specifically for this spell, you want a candle that is not in a glass jar because it needs to boil over. It needs to, burn over onto the jar. These are the only candles I have right now. I have a red one. I have a pink skull candle. Again, you don't have to go for any specific kind of candle. Just use a good one. I'm just using these so you can have something to kind of show you what we're doing today. But the candle is going to burn over the jar, so that's why you kind of need one of those. So let's just get right into it. This is how you're going to do it. You also need a Sharpie. With your brown bag, you're going to tear off a piece of it. It's very important to tear it. Very important to tear it. Even if you only have notebook paper, again, it is better to use exactly what I have here. But regardless, make sure you tear it so that you have these kind of frayed edges here. And brown is the perfect type of paper to use. So what you're going to do is, this is called essentially a petition. So you're going to write what this honey jar is going to be doing for you, what it's going to attract for you. So if you want new love, make sure you're as specific as possible. I like to write a little paragraph here, to be honest, but try to keep it at least around 10 words. But whatever you write, make sure you're specific. So don't just write, I want to attract new love into my life. Write it as if you already have it. I have new love into my life, but take it a step further and say, I have new romantic love in my life. See, the reason I don't like to keep it too broad is because I need the universe to know what we're doing here and what I'm needing. Okay, so I'll write, I have new romantic love in my life. This person is stable. This person is abundant. This person is open-minded. This person loves me. We have a great relationship. We live in harmony, da 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 da. So of course, I'm not gonna write all that here and make you guys watch me write a dissertation, but just for an example, keep it simple. I have new romantic love in my life. Also, sign and date it, and be specific. If you want this to come to you by a certain date, now be realistic, but go ahead and write a date on there if you are confident. Usually I'll keep it open-ended unless I'm really confident about something. When I'm really feeling in my power, when I know, you know, that this is going to come towards me, I will go ahead and write a date on there. But if not, don't even bother. Just sign your name and keep it pushing. Don't mind my handwriting, okay? This is just a quick little example. Now, what you're gonna do with this is you're gonna fold it towards you. Doesn't matter how many times, just make sure you're folding it towards you because you want it to come into you. So a lot of these things are very symbolic. So it's important you do it this way, and then go ahead and turn it and fold it this way towards you again. Now that you have that, take this little piece of paper, stick it to the bottom of the jar. Stick that paper in the bottom of the jar. After it's in the jar, don't even worry about if it unfolds and it, you know, comes apart, because you've already done the folding. So that's the most important part. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your herbs in there. So I would put some cinnamon. Now, everything that you do, make sure you're setting your intention. Make sure you're listening to, I like to honestly go on YouTube and look up Sounds of Venus. That is the planet of love. That'll put you in that same frequency. Call that frequency towards your space. You know, just make sure you have music that's vibey. Don't have music that's like, you know, trust, I love a good trap music moment, but you don't want to attract, you know, the trap towards you. So just write what it is that you want, and make sure you're listening to high vibe music while you're doing it. I like to be heavy on the cinnamon, to be honest, just because cinnamon really speeds things up as well. And then go ahead and put in your roses or whatever flower you have. Again, you can get these on Amazon, and you can get these on Etsy. Put in some buds. Crush them up. Go ahead and put them in there. This honey is stealing the show. Here we go. I just want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing here. So we got the petition in here, and we're putting in the roses now. We already got the cinnamon in there. So now as soon as you have all of the herbs that you want in there, I'm gonna use syrup, okay? Only because honey is expensive, but if syrup is all you have, go ahead and use syrup. You can use syrup, you can use agave. Don't use anything water. You definitely wanna use something thick, you know, for that, you know, that powerful, slow moving. This isn't someone that runs into your life and then runs out. Like I said, everything is symbolic. Use what you have. Don't, you know, panic about it. Don't focus on it too much. But for the purpose of this video, because this is not a honey jar I'm actually making for me right now, I'm gonna use syrup because, like I said, honey can be expensive, period. But what you want to do, so this is what I like to do. I like to let it just drip out, and as it drips, that's when I channel all of my energy into it. This is the perfect time to do it. Of course, you'll have time after you get all of this in there, so you can put your hands over the jar once it's sealed and it's done. But I like to, as this is dripping out, I like to speak all of my intentions as far as what this jar is doing for me, what exactly I'm attracting to me. You can, you know, chant your petition, the things that you wrote down on your brown paper, or you can just, you know, speak out loud into the environment. Everything that you're wanting to attract towards you, everything you're wanting this jar to do for you, okay? And once that is filled up, I like to get it pretty high, to be honest. So at least fill it to the line. This is a small, I believe this is a 6-ounce jar, maybe 8-ounce jar. Not, you'll see. They have them at Michael's. You can get them at the craft store. You can get them at, you know, really any store. You should be able to find these at your local grocery store. So after you do that, after it's all filled, you can once more go ahead and put in some more herbs, some more cinnamon, whatever you have, some more flowers, and then the jar part is done. So again, you can take one more moment to just channel your energy, tell the universe what you want it to bring to you through this jar. After that, Honestly, what I like to do, because I am really extra and meticulous, I like to carve the candle. You can use like a pen or you can use a safety pin. I like to carve in the candle everything that I want. So you can be as detailed as you want, but it is not necessary at all. And of course, you don't have to have a skull candle, any specific kind of candle. You can literally get these at the dollar store, just whatever kind of candle you can get. Of course, for love, we want to do red or pink, or a variation of one of those. You can even use white. You can use black as well. But yeah, you're just gonna light that over it. You're gonna allow it to just spill over and you're done. You're done. And honestly, I like to set my honey jars in here. You can do this on a new moon. You can do this on a full moon. After they burn, I like to set them in here and leave them in a place in my house where they can get moonlight. Again, I am really extra, you guys. This is nowhere near required. You don't have to do anything like this. This is just what I personally like to do because it just makes it more special, and it's just, it just feels good to me. But yeah, you can charge this honey jar. You don't pour it out ever until you get exactly what it is that you would request it. But you can do these for multiple purposes. You can do these for self-love. You can do this for romantic love, passionate love. It's all about exactly what type of love you are attracting to you. So just make sure you're specific. But after, you know, this melts, the next morning, the next day, or whenever it's done, just pick all the pieces of candle after they've hardened. It'll be easy to pick off. Just pick all the pieces of candle, and then you can do whatever you want on with this jar. You can keep it on your altar. Like I said, you can charge it during new moons, full moons, in a window. You can keep it, you know, somewhere safe, under your bed, not under your pillow, because you don't want this to like somehow get out, but like under your bed, you can do that. Really be creative, really get into it, you guys. What I'm telling you, small but mighty. Small but mighty honey jar. This is one of my favorite things to do. It's just so effective and powerful and simple. Okay, so yeah, you guys, I really appreciate you watching this video. That was the small but mighty honey jar. Love you. I'll talk to you later. I will see you in the next one.
Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description.